Okay, so this video is about Teke Teke, which is a Japanese urban legend about a ghost of a schoolgirl who is said to have fallen onto a railway line, so like a train station thing, where the tracks of the train, and her body was cut in half by the train when it went over her. And she is an onryō, or vengeful spirit, I hope I'm saying that one word right, who lurks in the urban areas around train stations at night. Since she no longer has a lower body, she travels on either hands or elbows, dragging her upper torso and making a scratching or teke teke sound, or teke teke like sound. If she encounters someone, she will chase them and slice them in half at the torso, killing them in such a way that mimics her own demise. So, yeah. Anyways, now we're going to go on to the actual stories of this. I have a few things here for the stories and stuff, so, yeah. The common, whatever, themes for the legend includes, that Teke Teke is a vengeful ghost or spirit, so she goes after people because she had a terrible, death and stuff. And she was either a young woman or a schoolgirl who fell on the railway line, which resulted in her being sliced in half by a train, missing her lower half, and she's said to walk on her hands and elbows, making the scratching teke teke like sound as she moves, and that's why she's called Teke Teke, because she makes this weird scratching sound and stuff when she walks around on her hands. Sometimes it's such that she has super long nails, so that's what's making the sound and whatever. At night she will chase people and cut them in half with a scythe or some kind of giant blade thing, mimicking her own death. And in one version of the story, it's a young woman who is said to have died when her legs were severed from her body by a train after she fell on the tracks, according to some sources. It predates that of Teke Teke, so maybe that story inspired the Teke Teke story. And the legless spirit of her is said to haunt bathroom stalls, so public bathrooms, I guess, usually, asking people if they know where her legs are. If the questioned individual replies with an answer that she does not like or that she does not find acceptable, she will rip or cut their legs off. They may survive the encounter by replying that the legs are on the railway where she basically died, or if you respond with a phrase, and I guess I could put the phrase on screen here, so then you can whatever, or mask death demon, which may be I guess the root of her name or whatever. And the legend of her has been described as a bathroom-centric variation of Teke Teke. So, this is just another version of her legend, I guess. And it states there's some versions of the legend state that when the individual learns of the story, she will appear to them within 1 month. So if you're listening to this and you know her story now, she's gonna come after you within a month. I've heard some persons she'll come after you within a few days. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on the story, but with the bathroom one, I'm pretty sure it's. I've heard with the specific bathroom one, it's always been she'll come after you in a month. So this other thing here, this other kind of story is kind of the same. So Teke Teke was originally a human called Chizo, that's how I say it, who was bullied and or raped, which caused her to jump off a train station into the tracks. Then she was cut in half by the incoming train. She barely survived due to the cold weather, and she crawled to someone for help, but upon seeing her disfigurement, they left her to die. Her vengeful spirit now stalks the streets of Japan. And the legend, as a young schoolboy was walking home that night, he spotted a beautiful young girl standing by her window, resting on her elbows. Then they smiled at each other for a moment. The boy wondered what a girl was doing in all-boys school, but then he could wonder no more about the girl as she jumped out of the window and revealed her lower half was missing. Frightened, he stood on the sidewalk, but before he could run, she caught up to him and cut him in half. So that's kind of a, I guess, little story of her coming after someone. But yeah, there's another story of how she died. Was one summer day, these people, or I guess some of her friends or schoolmates or whatever, put a cicada on her shoulder and making her jump. It made her jump, and she like freaked out because there's a bug on her shoulder, and then she ended up falling onto the train tracks where a speedy train tore her in two. Since that day, she was grieved near the stations, so I guess people were sad that she died, and she wanted to end them. Whoever put the cicada on her shoulder, she wanted to, I guess, kill them and whatever. And she does not hesitate to kill innocents as well, since then it is said that she haunts them at night, and yeah, so she will come after anyone who is around, I guess, the area and stuff. So yeah, that's, I guess, another version of the story is where she got pranked and stuff there. So yeah, I guess that is kind of it. That was the few stories I could find. So yeah, I guess by then